Okay, here's the first video of Yellowstone, and I'm at an overlook on the side of the road, and it's just wow. That's about all I can really say. So wide open, and look at all this snow. Wow, lots and lots of snow, and this stuff is deep too. What I'm looking at right here is about 2 feet deep. Okay, this is Madison Creek, another turnout as I'm working my way into the park, hoping to maybe catch Old Faithful. Said it's about a 30-minute drive, and the way I'm piddling around, it'll probably be an hour or at least. But I got several more hours before dark. Here is yet another gorgeous view in Yellowstone. I know I'm going to probably get to the point to where I have to decide what to stop for and what not to, but if I had my druthers, I'd be here for probably 6 months taking pictures and videos and hiking around. Is that not pretty or what? Here are a few bison up here in the park, and I'm staying a safe distance from them. I'm going to give them their space because they can get mean when they want to. Okay, a couple of good hot springs here, and I'm going to begin the loop to the Grand Prismatic Spring, and it all begins with going up this little trail here. It ought to be a pretty good hike. And here we are up at the top of the trail, looking in the Geyser basin here. And this is really something to see.
Liz, Chicago's gonna get like earthquakes.
Can look up at the steam coming up off a hot spring. And ultimately this should lead to the Grand Prismatic Spring. At least I'm hoping it does anyway. Really gorgeous, my goodness. I never quite realized how beautiful this place would be. Here a little bit higher and do a 360 pan. Now let's have a look. Talk about some wide open spaces. And then like whatever we went, like all And then you look way over there, it's a parking lot where the trusty rental car is. And then back down in the Geyser Basin. Well, this is called the Excelsior Geyser Crater. And it's a great big old crater with a lot of steam coming up. Man, I'll tell you, that water looks like it's just boiling down there. Okay, now we're at the Grand Prismatic Spring Basin. It's kind of hard to see the colors of it because the way the wind is blowing the steam towards us. But every now and then you can pick up a different color or two.
Do you guys know what prismatic means? Tell me. Is it brilliantly colored?
If you would,
Brilliant.
look down here at this, and this is really interesting here. I love the color of it. I mean, it's white, brown, red, a little bit of everything. Well, this stop we are at Old Faithful, and as I was told, I just did miss its eruption. What I'm told is it's twice a day, but I was hoping maybe it would do an encore performance while I was here. Here is a late afternoon video looking way downrange at a geyser field, and you can see all the steam coming up from the ground. And late afternoon, enhanced by sunlight. Well, as the golden hour is in full swing here in Yellowstone, I found a Mac Daddy of a pull-off to do a nice, good pan of a video. I just am absolutely mind blown by this place. Everything I'd always heard about it, and then some. Look how the sun is just shining down through this canyon. There is my trusty rental car. And there's a couple of bison Actually, there's quite a few bison down there in the valley. Now to cap off this day one at Yellowstone, check out this amazing sunset. That just says it all right there. To give you an idea of how much snow they have out here, I'm going to drive through this parking lot at Canyon Village, and look how high this snow is piled up. Look over at this building. Okay, with the guidance of one of the park rangers, incredibly helpful guy, he turned me on to these viewpoints, and I'm actually up on the overlook for the lower falls, and this is Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. Have a look at this view. Oh my God. Very icy trail, and as you can see, there's just a little bit of snow in here. But dear Lord in heaven above, look at that view. Man. Holy camole. I hear the water. See if I can do this without breaking my fool head. But it looks like the walk is worth it. Look down in that canyon. Whew. Wow. Well, here's the 61-year-old kid again. I'm at the lookout point. I just had my first glimpse at the falls, and man, God is my witness. This is the most incredible waterfall I have ever laid my eyes on. Let's walk out to the lookout point here and look down in the canyon. Man, I'm just about to lose my simple mind. I kid you not. I want to present to you the absolute most gorgeous waterfall I think the Lord ever created. Look at that. The sun's even casting a rainbow on it. Okay, yet another one of the cascades here in the river. I'll pan down and give you a good look here. A lot of fast moving water. And I guarantee you that is water too. Down here towards the foot of the bridge on which we're standing. Now we're We're on the other side of the bridge, looking down the river. I just cannot get over how pretty this is. Lots of snow. Okay, I'm on the trail going to Artist Point now, and look how high this snow is. Park Service has cut a trail through here, but the bottom of it down here is definitely some good butt-busting ice. So, oh, I see another waterfall. Man, this is amazing. Let me take my camera and point it up here again. If you look way in the distance, that is the big fall that I was looking at from the north side earlier. Okay, now I'm coming up on the Artist Point overlook, and this will take us out over the waterfall as well. Good Lord. If that isn't a good night, holy smoke, can you believe this moment? I've never had one. Okay, now we're making another stop here, and this is Nymph Lake. An absolutely spectacular, beautiful view. I'm going to actually walk down to the end of this big snowdrift here and come over here, and now you can see everything. This is a fragile thermal area, and as you can see down the hill, there is some steam coming up. Okay, now looking down through the Golden Gate Canyon, and it's quite a sight to see. Got a little information board here, pretty interesting, and it almost looks a little bit like the viaduct back in North Carolina at Lynn Cove. But you look down that canyon. And you go down the bottom, there's snowpack down there. And yet here is another amazing vista. This is just north of Mammoth Hot Springs on the way to Gardner. And I understand that up towards Gardner is probably my best chance of seeing a bear. And I want to see one, but from my car, I'm not a very big risk taker, and unfortunately you tangle with a bear and it's probably not going to work out well for you. But would you look at that view? Up ahead, pretty cool looking structure. Okay, as you can hear the roar of water, we are standing on top of a snowpack, which is now the hiking trail. And this is Gibbon Falls. Would you look at that? Just unbelievable.